What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a while since I had a good clap, and that was a great clap. Anyway, today I have the Swampfox Justice 2, and we're going to compare it to the Gideon Optics Granite MOS Competition. Now, both of these are large window red dots that are very affordable. You can get either one of them well sub $300. Now, there's four things I want to make sure you know. First, I'm really sick and I apologize for the sniffles if it's annoying. Second, both of these are available in a smaller version if this is not your jam. They're pretty much identical minus the size. So with the Swampfox, you can get, the large one is the Justice 2, the smaller one is the Liberty 2. With the Granite, the MOS Competition is the big one. The MOS Carry is the smaller one. And then, what's next? Third, I have a discount code for Gideon. It's Tiberious, and nothing for Swampfox, sorry. Fourth, if you think I deserve it throughout the video, why don't you subscribe? It helps me out. I appreciate it. And now, let's get into the differences. All right, the footprint is going to be the biggest difference between these optics. The Swampfox, both Swampfoxes, is going to use an RMR footprint. So if that's what you prefer, it screws right down to any RMR footprint, where the Gideon, both the MOS Competition and MOS Carry, are going to screw right down to the Glock MOS system. So there's no accessory plates. If you're using a Glock MOS, it's going to screw right down to the Glock MOS. Now, in the manual for the Gideon, it does say there's an RMR competition instead of an MOS competition. So I don't know if they're going to come out with an RMR version of this, but it was in the manual, so I figured I'd mention it. They do also, Gideon does also have a large window called the Omega that goes right down to RMR as well. So that's always an option. Speaking of these large windows, let's put all the size of the windows up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. You have the Competition, the Carry, the Omega, and then with the Swampfox, you have the Justice and the Liberty. This way you get an idea of the different sizes. Now, as far as the dot and the window clarity, I think they're both very good and pretty comparable. I don't see a huge difference in the clarity between the window and the dot. They're pretty similar. The Swampfox Reticle might be, for my eyes, a tiny bit more crisp, and the Gideon window, for my eyes, might be a little bit clear. But for something sub $300 for a big window, I think they're both extremely good. All right, as far as your battery life, the Gideon has a side load battery that screws on. You don't need any tools. And takes a 2032 battery, and the website says it's going to last for up to 30,000 hours. The Swampfox is the top load battery. It's a 1632, and it lists that it lasts for 50,000 hours. Now, the problem with both of them, they don't tell you what setting that battery life is. And I could have called them or emailed them, and I should have, but the tough part with comparing, though, is that 50,000 hours on setting 1 and the 30,000 hours is on setting 6. We don't know. I'm not going to guess, but that's one thing. Like I said, the Gideon is a side load, so it does stick out a little bit if that bugs you. And the Swampfox, the top load, does need a tool to take the battery cap on and off. You need a little Torx bit. So I don't know if either one matters to you, but I figured I would mention it. Both of them have auto on and auto off, so that's going to help prolong the life of the battery when it's sitting in a safe and not being used. The Reticle will turn off, help prolong the battery. The Gideon is 255 seconds. The Swampfox is 225 seconds. So after a couple minutes, they both turn off, turn right back on when they sense any movement. All right, before we get into the controls and the different reticles and all that stuff, let me quickly thank Natchez, biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gib channel. They have hunting, fishing, camping, reloads, pews. They have a ton of optics. If you're looking to get some optics, that's a great place to start. Thank you to Natchez for supporting me. All right, next let's get into the reticle options. The Gideon is available in 8 MOA. You can either get it in green or red, whichever one you prefer, but it's 8 MOA. The Swampfox is a 6 MOA. Once again, you can get it in red or green, and they also have a multi-reticle system. I believe the multi-reticle system is only in red, but I'm drawing a blank on that. The way their multi-reticle system works is you can do just a dot, you can do just a circle, just the hash marks, or you can do all 3 of them, the dot, the hash mark, and the circle. I hope I said that right, but it is a multi-reticle system. As far as the controls, they're kind of similar, pretty basic and easy. They both have 10 levels of adjustment, with 2 of them being night vision compatible on the lowest setting. The Gideon, if you hold the up arrow, turns it on, the down arrow turns it off. Very, very simple. And both buttons are on one side of the optic. So if you're a righty carrying it, those buttons are going to be up against your body. Somewhat less likely that's going to get pressed. The Swampfox, again, 10 levels of brightness, 2 night vision compatible, Up arrow turns it on, down arrow turns it off. If you have the multi-reticle system and you hold the up arrow for 3 seconds, that's going to scroll through the different reticles for you. The buttons, they have the up button on the left side and the right button on the down side. So again, if you're a righty and it's up against your body, the down arrow will be exposed. I know some people care about this, some people don't, so I like to mention it. I've never had a red dot get pressed and adjusted on me down before, but some people care. Windage and elevation is also very similar. 1 MOA adjustment per click, total of 45 adjustments in each direction. They're both flathead screwdrivers. The Swampfox is a smaller flathead screwdriver if you care. They both come with the adjustment tool if you care. And then the Gideon is slightly, I mean slightly more tactile. The Gideon comes with a low mount if you want to put it on like a shotgun or something else. The Swampfox comes with a few more screws to help you install it a little easier. They both have an aluminum body. I know the Swampfox is 70-75. I don't know if the Gideon is 60-61 or 70-75. I tried to find that information and I couldn't. And last but certainly not least, they both have lifetime warranties. I don't know if one lifetime warranty is better than the other, but either way, you are covered by a lifetime warranty. As far as testing, I've had the Swampfox a lot longer. I've had it for several months, so I have more rounds through the Swampfox just because I've had it longer. It's been on 3 or 4 different guns as well. The Gideon has spent its life on this fancy Glock 17. Don't have as many rounds through it yet just because I've only had it for a couple of months. Definitely have a couple hundred rounds before I did the review, but not as many. I did carry both of them for about a week. They're not designed for carry, but you can absolutely carry them as long as your shirt's not too tight. As far as the range, I did similar testing with both of them. You know, they're competition range type optics, so we did a lot of running and gunning and shooting steel and just kind of having fun at the range. Through all that testing, I didn't have any issues with either one of them. Didn't really do any destructive testing because they're competition, not duty style optics. But no issues, no problems, nothing broke, nothing I need to tell you about. Overall, I think they're both a good option if you're looking for a big window, budget-friendly optic. They're probably 2 of the better options on the market for something that's very budget-friendly. There's other optics that are more expensive, but for budget-friendly, these are probably the 2 best options. How you're going to decide which one you should get? The footprint is going to be the biggest difference. That's one. The Swampfox is a tiny bit bigger. The battery situation is different, as we said, side load, top load, different types of batteries. The Gideon comes with the low mount. The Swampfox has the multi-reticle system. So those are the major differences there, and you can just decide which one's most important to you and pick that one, and you'll be good to go. All right, let me thank Gideon and Swampfox. They have both been good supporters to the channel over the years, and that is greatly appreciated. Gideon does have that discount code. Maybe I can get one from Swampfox eventually. Natchez is the biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gibb channel. They have a ton of optics. If you're looking for anything optic related, that's a great place to start. Most important, thank you for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you think I deserve it, like and subscribe. Those are the 2. You can comment if you want, but liking and subscribe really help me out. I will see you in the next video. Be good, stay blessed, all that stuff. Peace.